Hi guys, it's Chris. In this video, I want to talk about the number one mistake I see from self-taught investors. Maybe this is you watching this video, you have read books about investing, you have watched YouTube videos about investing, but you didn't go to an academic school to learn investing. So you don't have a specific degree, no master's degree in accounting or investing. So you are learning by yourself, you are a learning machine, and you invest in your own portfolio. You pick your own stocks. This video is for you if you want to even improve, if you want to become a better investor. In this video, I will give you some tips so that you can go to the next level, okay? Tips that I have learned through my experience, through an academic degree, through a master's degree in accounting, and through experience. Most of it is basically experience. In case this is your first video from this channel, welcome. My name is Christophe Nour. I've been investing in the stock market for many years, almost a decade, and I have achieved a performance of 25% per year. And the goal with this channel is to make you a better investor. So let's start with some things, some notes I have for you. Because for most people, when they learn investing by themselves, most of the time the first year is bad. The first year is very bad. Many mistakes at the same time. They don't know what is important, what is not important. So they just see what other people are doing and they copy blindly. They take inspiration, sometimes from good investors, but some of the time with bad investors. So self-taught investors collect tactics, but never build a strategy. Sometimes you focus on growth opportunities, sometimes value opportunities, sometimes an ETF, sometimes emerging markets, sometimes Japan, sometimes Korea, sometimes Africa, sometimes the US, Latin America. You have many tactics. And let me tell you the truth, everything works. Anything can work in the market. You can make a fortune investing in the stock market, build long-term wealth if you only invest in small caps in Europe. But also, you can make a fortune in the stock market if you invest in large caps in Japan. But also, you can make a fortune in the stock market if you invest in crypto, blockchain companies. You can also invest in banks, French banks, if you want. You can invest in oil and gas. And I see a lot of people that are too diversified. They don't have a specific edge, so they gather strategies, tactics, and they do a little bit of everything on their portfolio. Actually, I released a video a couple of days ago about somebody making this mistake. This was a very smart man and a portfolio that was widely diversified with a little bit of leverage, which was a major red flag. So not a focused portfolio, a little bit of everything, a little bit of growth, a little bit of value, a little bit of emerging markets, US, AI, tech. People can get lost. And I'm telling you, it's impossible to follow everything at the same time. So it's a mistake to diversify too much, to gather tactics, the way of having an intrinsic value model, several intrinsic value models, several industries, several countries at the same time. It's impossible to monitor everything. I don't have the time to do this, and this is literally my job, what I do all day long. So you, as a retail investor, individual investor, you have a job, you probably have children, you don't have the time. Or you're completely delusional because I don't have the time to monitor everything. And I have an infinite amount of time. So you are a busy person. If you tell me that you have a diversified portfolio like this, I just don't believe you, or you're just lying to yourself, okay? Most people collect tactics and never build a strategy. The goal is to focus on who you are. Focus on your investing style. If you are 30 years old or 50 years old, the average age of my channel for the viewers should be 40 years old, 50 years old, depending on what you like in life, tech or trucks or the beach or relaxing or mojitos. You can choose anything you want. You have an edge based on your life, based on your experience. The goal is to stay with this circle of competence, stay inside this circle of competence and never go outside of it. Okay? So not trying to be smart. The goal is not to be smart. The goal is to make money. You invest in stocks to make money. And a lot of people, because they are curious, they want to focus on everything. Maybe this is interesting, or maybe this is interesting. Let me invest in Dubai. Let me invest in Africa. And then you have many risks over there. Let me invest in Latin America. Okay, because Argentina is great. Yeah, but you have risks everywhere. And actually, a good way to fix this problem is to only pick one country, only pick one industry, and only invest in this sweet spot, because you will create such a deep expertise inside your circle of competence. You will be able to spot the golden opportunities that you would have missed otherwise. You know now how to find the best quality stocks inside your circle of competence. You just wait for a reasonable price and you buy and you wait and you compound and you outperform the market. Pretty simple actually, but if you don't know where to start, you will be completely lost.
By the way, if you're looking for a complete framework to analyze stocks and build a strong portfolio, I have a coaching program. More on that at the end of the video.
And you can be lost because now we live in a world with too much information. So people binge watch YouTube but still feel lost. Yeah, on YouTube you have plenty of investors. You have value investors, growth investors, people that want to spot the next Amazon. You have speculators that focus on the short term. You have traders that focus on the short term. You have buy and hold strategies. You have people that have a lot of turnover, so they buy a lot and they sell a lot and they rotate their portfolio. You have commodities-driven investment styles. You have something related to China, to Latin America, to Europe, to the US. You have a little bit of everything, and not everything is important because it has to suit your investing style. If you are somebody living in Europe, maybe you have an edge and you can invest in Europe. Why would you invest in China or Japan if you have similar companies at a similar valuation in Europe? Maybe it's just because you are lazy. Just because you are lazy and you don't want to invest in the cheap Austrian bank that we have in Europe, because you have good values. I mean, even right now, I see plenty of opportunities in Greece, but that's for another video. You have many companies in Europe that are, I would say, very well positioned to outperform the market. But you don't have to be lazy, right? You can turn the rocks everywhere. But where is your edge? Focus on your edge, focus on one style. Don't diversify the way. Growth, value, speculation, AI, etc. International. Just focus on one thing. Too much information right now. Too many YouTube videos, too many Twitter posts. This is not helpful if you want to outperform the market. You don't want to have shallow information about everything. You want to have a deep information, a wide net of information. You know everything about a specific industry. This is how you can pick the best stocks actually. Let me continue. They think reading more will solve their confusion when it comes to watching more YouTube videos, reading more Twitter posts, reading more Substack articles, or seeking alpha articles. The best opportunities I've had in my career were opportunities that hit me in the face right away. I get smacked in the face in 10 minutes, and I saw the opportunity in 10 minutes. And you take action right away. These were the best opportunities I have found. When I stumbled upon TPL, it did not take me months to invest. It was a company that was almost perfect at a sweet spot, and I took advantage of it, and it was almost a 10x. And actually, this is why investing is so great. You never know when this golden opportunity will come. You have to be prepared, and sometimes you have an investment pitch, an investment idea, and right away you know it's the good one. Like for women sometimes, so you have love at first sight. Sometimes it works. For TPL it has worked, and I'm very glad I made this position a big position in my portfolio. And reading 30 hours more will not help you. You know it when it comes. Next point. They jump from ETF to crypto to stock tips, hoping something. Yeah, exactly. Now Bitcoin is to the moon, so people jump on the crypto train, and then Bitcoin will go down, so they jump off the train and they invest in, I don't know, bonds, or they invest in international markets, in China, and then they read on Twitter that a big investor is calling out for a country, is calling to invest in a specific country. So they say, okay, why not let me do some due diligence on this specific country? And then they jump to something else, to an ETF about ESG. And actually, I see these people, these self-taught investors, as very smart, but they don't know how to focus their attention. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know a few things about a specific market. This is a huge waste of time and a huge waste of your capital, because you could have used your time and capital to only compound with the best opportunities. It's a waste of your time to jump between ETF, crypto, stock picks. It's a waste of your time to diversify so much like this. They never stop to ask, what's my actual plan? And I want to end this video with this question. You're watching this video, if you are a self-taught investor, what is your plan? How old are you? Do you have a wife? Do you have children? I'm saying wife because 99% of my audience are men. So it's easier this way. What's your plan? Do you want to compound? What is your desired rate of return? So what is your plan? Do you need to buy a house soon, so you have to play safe? Or do you already have your house and you just need to compound? Maybe you are 55 years old, you are near retirement age, so you just want to use your capital, grow your wealth, tax-free on your specific account in the US, for example, retirement plan. What is your plan? And stick to your plan. This is as simple as this is. And actually, if you don't know your plan, I mean, I've had clients like this. They didn't have a clear plan, and they went a little bit of, they did many things at the same time. Inside my coaching program, we do this. We just focus your attention on what you really want, because we live in this golden age of information, and most people just jump around with their different ideas. They jump between different strategies. This will not help you. Actually, being focused, being dumb, actually being stupid, stubborn about one industry will help you. This is very strange, but this is how it's working right now. You just focus on one specific industry, one specific country, a few sweet spots, and that's it. And you're set for decades, and you can outperform the market. If you want directly my help to find your actual plan, you know what to do. You can book a call with me, and we will discuss to unlock you so that you can go to the next step. So yeah, this was the major mistake I saw, and I still continue to see it too much for people that learn investing on their own.
If you like this content, I have an investing coaching program. In this program, you will learn a complete investing process. You will learn how to find good stock ideas, how to properly value stocks, when to buy, when to sell, so that you can build a strong portfolio with great companies. Additionally, in this coaching program, you will have access to my personalized guidance for long-term results. We will do weekly calls where we analyze stocks together, and you will have access to my private number available 24/7 for full support. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. Click the first link in the description below to get more information. You will get a short video that explains how everything works completely for free. No need for your mail address. Just click the first link in the description, and I'll see you on the other side.